Welcome, friends, to another exciting episode of AVGM Journey. And I'm your host, The Messenger. The track that we're playing in today's show is Harmony from the game Rayman. It was composed by Remi Gazel, and this was a listener request from Tyler. So thank you, Tyler, for this request. I don't normally play listener requests on the top of the show, but this song was just perfect to start the show with. And what I think is going to be crazy is that I'm going to pull a total 180 for this next track. So I'm bringing something from Prodeus. The track is Decay, and it was composed by Andrew Hulshult. That track that you just listened to, that was Decay from the game Prodeus, and it was composed by Andrew Hulshult. I have to say that I've been really digging Andrew Hulshult's work on these various games, mainly these retro first-person shooter type of deals, like Proteus, and he even recently did the music for the Ancient Gods DLCs for Doom Eternal, and I think it's pretty amazing stuff. And at the time of recording, Proteus is an early access game on Steam, I believe. And I think from what I saw and what I was hearing, it seems like it's a really fun game. And I think it can be really appealing to anybody that likes Doom or Quake. I mean, it pretty much seems like it could have came out in the 90s, maybe. I mean, I guess with a little extra modern upgrades in the graphics department. And I kind of listened to the soundtrack a bit, and I think it's really good stuff. Don't be surprised if I was to play more stuff from this game in the future. This next track is a request from Muddle Madness. He wanted me to play something from Stardew Valley. This is Volcano Mines, also known as Molten Jelly, and it was composed by ConcernedApe. That track that you just listened to, that was Volcano Mines, also known as Molten Jelly, from the game Stardew Valley. It was composed by ConcernedApe, and it was requested by Muddle Madness. So thank you, Muddle Madness, for that track. I was a little surprised on how dark sounding this track was. I mean, I guess Volcano Mines, it sounds like it could be a really dangerous place. And I've kind of dabbled in Stardew Valley just a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, I think I just played like the little intro section of it, and I need to get back into that game. But I had the expectation of everything sounding pretty peaceful, and this is just completely different than what I was expecting. And in the VGM Journey Discord, Muddle Madness was saying that he loves the update 1.5 music for Stardew Valley, and he's owned it for every system, and he always loves to go back and play it even so many years later. And he also wanted to personally say to ConcernedApe, tell him, thank you for keeping it fresh. And I think it looks like a good time. And like I said, I definitely need to get back into this. This next track I have, it's another request, this time coming from The Last Rican. And I gotta say, this pick I would say is a little meta because The Last Rican, his name is Daryl, and he wanted me to play this track from Super Daryl Deluxe, and the name of that track is called The Legend of Daryl, and it was composed by Adriel, Genet, and Tuomas Easton. Let's give that one a listen.
When the shadows descended and brutes had the thrill,
pretty rockin' and catchy song that you just listened to. That was The Legend of Daryl from the game Super Daryl Deluxe. It was composed by Adriel, Genet, and Tuomas Easton, and it was requested by the Last Rican. So thank you, Last Rican, for that track. I had to look into what this game is, and I would say it looks pretty interesting. It is described as a 2D action comedy RPG, and you play as this teenager named Daryl who goes to this new school, and a bunch of weird stuff just happens. I don't want to say too much about it. It's just one of those you need to look at it yourself. And I think the song kind of just matches how over the top everything is. I mean, the lyrics I think is actually legit funny with stuff like, oh, he has like 1,000 girlfriends and he's barely trying. Like, I think he's going at it 80%. And I guess it's one thing if the lyrics were pretty funny, but the song is generally pretty catchy. I think I listened to this like 3 or 4 times in a row right before recording this show. This was definitely a good time. So once again, thank you Last Weekend for that track. Next, we're gonna play something from a classic Nintendo 64 game. This is coming from Banjo Kazooie. This is Treasure Trove Cove, and it was composed by Grant Kirkhope. track that you just listened to, that was Treasure Trove Cove from the game Banjo Kazooie, and it was composed by Grant Kirkhope. That's going to just about do it for the show this week. If you like what you've been listening to, have your friends check out the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, whatever podcatching service that you can think of. I'm more than likely going to be on there. You can email the show at vgmjourney@yahoo.com, and you can also check us out on Twitter at vgmjourney. We also have a Discord server for the show, which I will provide a link for that in the show notes, where you could hang out with your fellow VGM journeymen and talk about games and video game music and even look at some nice art. I'm also going to play things out with one more track. This is coming from Katana Zero. The track is You Will Never Know, and it was composed by Kiley. Have a good week, everyone.